All right, so I've located two breakers that I'm going to use for the welder. They're 30 amp. They're connected to the dryer. I don't know if you can read that. Maybe you can. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, because I don't use a dryer, I don't use the electrical on the dryer. We do have gas. I'm going to disconnect the dryer and use these two 30 amp breakers. Now what I've done is down here, I don't know if you can see it, I poked a hole way over here. If I can go, oh, there we go. I poked a hole in that plug, and that's the plug that needs to be kicked out from the other side. So with the long drill, I drilled a hole right through there, and let's go to the other side and show you where we're at. All right, so this is the hole. Now I'm going to make that a little bigger so that I can put a fitting in the back of a box, which is over here. Okay, this box is going to go on there. I'm going to put a fitting right in the back, one of these, and I'll be poking that through the wall there. I'm getting ready to drill a bigger hole. I don't know if you can see this, and let's do that right now. Oh, there's the plug. All right, so you can see that's the hole I drilled from the other side. So now with a screwdriver, I'm going to poke that plug out. It's off center a little bit, but we'll take care of that in a minute. I may have to open this up just a little bit here on this side. The reason I did it on this side at the end of the plug and not in the center is so I could have more leverage trying to poke this puppy out of here. So yeah, the hole's gonna be a little bigger than I want, but the box will cover it all. So let's get a screwdriver and take care of that. All right. There we go. I just gotta go on the other side and get a pair of pliers and take that hole out of there, or the plug, sorry. Okay, well, the plug already fell out, so I'm good to go. So let's go to the next step. As I said at the very beginning, consult with an electrician. Do not go by what I'm doing here. Don't say, well, the guy on YouTube did it this way. Well, guess what? I am not an electrician. I've been doing maintenance all my life, so I do know what it takes to do a job like this. So by saving me some money, I can do it myself. And I'm using a number 10 wire for a 30 amp breaker. My welder can run on 220 or 210. I mean 220 or 110 volts. So let me use this other one. No, I'm going to use this one. So yeah, do consult with an electrician before you even start. As a matter of fact, yeah, don't want you to do as I do. Do as I say. Consult with an electrician. I don't want to be responsible for any disasters. Depending on how far you're going will depend on the wire size. Again, I'm not going very far. I'm going 40 inches from the box to my plug. So yeah, this is an easy install for me. So that's where we're at. All right, so now I'm going to, still fits, make sure it does. I'm going to go see if this distance, I hope I can clear that hole. If not, I'll have to do something else here. All right, well, my box is in. I was able to screw these right to the metal behind the box itself. So it's pretty secure. I've got the fitting already on here. Let's go look at the other side here real quick. All right, so you can see the fitting went right through the box. So we're good to go. All I can do now is continue with the conduit on the other side. I'm using 1/2-inch conduit, by the way. Okay, by the way, I like to keep things level. I like straight lines. I hate things that aren't level or straight. So be sure your box is straight before you start, because by the time you put your conduit way on the other end, you know, you may not be where you want to be. So always check your level and your height and everything else. All right, from the bottom to the center of that fitting, I'm exactly 41 3/4 again to the center of that fitting. So on the other side, I want my fitting to be 41 3/4, of course. All right, so this mark here is 41 3/4. My fitting is going to be right there. Oops, sorry. Right in the center of that. And that's where my box is going to be for my 220. So now I got to cut a piece of conduit. I got to measure this and see where I'm at. All right, well, it's time to cut the conduit. I only need 22 inches. There's my mark. You could use a bandsaw. There's also a pipe cutting tool you could use. You just want to make sure that when you're done, you get all, you deburr it. Make sure I'm trying to do this with one hand and film with the other. Oh. By the way, this is my wire. Using number 10 wire, I'll be using 2 blacks and a green. What I do when I come over here to my wire brush and sander, do this real quick. And turn on my brush. Focus on this son of a gun. Come on, baby. Focus. Focus. I guess it's not going to focus. Anyway, you want to make sure all the burrs are out. And next step is to connect this box over here. I'll put this on the other end. And then I'll put this box on. At least get it started. Know that I'm bottomed out. Well, I know I'm bottomed out, so I'm not worried about tightening that up right now. All right, so next thing we're going to do here is put this in here and then mount it to where those holes are. So I can I got to get all the fittings and tighten them up. I don't think you need to see that, but I'll show it to you when it's all done. Okay, by the way, I like to use these type of anchors. They hold really good. I'm going to put 4 of them in there. screws come with them. You can pick these up at any hardware store like Home Depot or Lowe's. All right, well, it's all in. 4 screws holding it. I don't think it's going anywhere. It's level. I just got to pull some wire. So I'm going to get the wire ready and we'll take it from there. All right, well, let's get this thing wired up. There's the green. And on the back side of this, it says green, which is your ground, of course. There's a, yeah, right there. So, okay. Get my screwdriver. I'm hoping I'm in the frame of the camera, which looks like I am. Well, I'm guessing. And like I said before, if you're not familiar with any of this, and you're really afraid of electricity, I suggest you have it done by somebody else, because I've been doing this most of my life. I was in maintenance most of my life, and it's easy when you've been doing it for a long time. And you can't be afraid of electricity. I mean, you should be afraid. I should say you shouldn't be afraid. So you should be afraid of electricity because it will zap you. I've gotten zapped once in my life. 220 at work. They thought the power was shut off, and the actual switch was turned off, but somebody had ran some outside wire into that was live, coming from another source, and which I didn't know until I touched it. Got zapped, and it froze me. I couldn't even move. I was holding on to the panel and this alligator clip, and I could not let go. I could not scream. Lucky for me, I had a guy that worked with me, and again, it's always good to work in twos, but this guy knew what was going on. He could tell that there was something wrong, and he grabbed me by the belly and pulled me away, and then we both fell to the ground, and I yelled and yelled. It's like, oh, didn't last very long, but tell you what, they called the paramedics, and they couldn't find really anything wrong with me, but they had to check me out, took me to the hospital, checked underneath my feet, make sure I wasn't burnt. So, yeah, you should be afraid of electricity if you're not familiar with it. It's not good to get shocked at all. All right, so this is wired, double checked it. And now I just gotta pull it through the conduit. So let's go do that. Here's something you might wanna do. I always put tape every 6 to 10 inches, and tape all three together. It makes it a lot easier to pull the wire through conduit, especially if you got a long pole, like 20 feet or whatever. Here I've only got, what, 3 feet at the most. I got more wire than I need, but then again, I'd rather have more than not enough. I don't know how much you're going to be able to see here. If I'm going to be in the way, I'll try to stay out of your way. What you're seeing over here is a locker. All right, so get this out of my way. Just push it through. Okay, I'm gonna push it through. All right, so now let me get the screws for this. Actually, yeah, I need to mount this to the lid. All right, I'm doing the last screw here on the lid. But the reason why the ground is on top is I want this plug to point downwards like this. See? Nice and neat, nice install. And so now I just gotta push the wire through. Let's take this over here. Let's see if I can get through here. All right. Now, take this wire and I think I'm gonna, I can push the whole thing. Push the whole thing through and cut it on the other side. Twist it. Push this through here. It's going to be hanging on the outside. And always you leave yourself a little slack in the box, like this. So I'm just going to leave it like that. There you go. And you get a lid. Here we go. And now we'll go on the outside and wire it up. This is the 230 amp. I'm going to shut this off. And double check, making sure there's no power. Shouldn't be. No power at all. This is a very old, but it still works. So. Okay, I've got it tucked in pretty well. Again, these are the 30 amp breakers. Wires are nice and tight. Go down to here. The ground is on one of those screws over there. I don't know if you can see them or not. We'll find out later. And now I just got to put the panel back on, and let's do that. This thing don't have a latch, so I have to put a kind of screw in here so it doesn't fall down and open up. It's crazy. Never seen anything like it. Oh, yeah, okay. So let's go inside and check the power. All right, so here we should have 220. And yes, we do. 220. Here we should have 110. And we do. There we go. Got 110, so we're good to go. Ready to go. So that's it. Thanks for watching. And tell me about all my mistakes and things I should have done and things I shouldn't have done. And any comment is it's fine with me. I just, I do it the way I think it should be done. I think it's pretty legal. I don't think they could get me on anything because everything's grounded. Everything's, the way it should be. So, but again, I'll emphasize it again. Call an electrician or find some electrician somewhere, a licensed electrician that can advise you on what to do and what to use so you stay legal within the legal whatever. All right, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, hit that bell, and we'll talk to you soon.